So yeah, started the recording. Hey Harry, how's it going? How's your New Year's been so far?
Oh, mate, yeah, it's been good. Good New Year's. A good start to 2026. So yeah, excited for a big year to come this year.
Excellent.
Sorry.
All good,
Um,
man. Excellent. Yeah, you had a pretty amazing 2025 season, and I really just want to talk to you about it, get a season
yeah,
recap, get some of
yep.
your highlights, get some of the challenges. So yeah, man. But
So,
my first question for you is, you know, coming from 2024, winning the season, how did that feel? And what were you expecting of yourself in 2025?
yeah, no, 100%. 2024 for me was a great year.
Yeah,
Obviously, the undefeated year. Every race I went to that I won.
unbelievable.
Not that it was, you know, not close. Every race that I had was tight. You know what I mean? So I knew I wasn't going to come into 2025 and just like walk everybody and go undefeated again because I knew those guys were going to come back.
Yeah,
After the off season, hungrier than ever. So I knew it was going to be a tough season. I knew there was going to be a lot more competition than the year before. Everyone's going to be better, but myself
yeah,
as well. Hopefully arrived to 2025 better than I was in 2024. So yeah, I knew it was going to be tough, but obviously, I was definitely rules a little bit after what an amazing season 2024 was.
yeah, man. You absolutely killed it. But like you just said, going into 2025, you're the champion, you're the guy with the target on your back. How did
Mm.
that feel? Did that affect you mentally? Is there,
Yeah, no, it's like I said, it's not the first time
yeah,
that I've been in that position. Obviously, like, I won the title in 2019, and I came into the next season after that, which granted was a few years after 2019, 2022,
yeah,
after COVID and whatnot. So I'd been in that position before. It wasn't something that was unfamiliar for me, so
right.
wasn't really too stressed about it. And I really take the best I could and just see what the season brought in 2020.
That's great. But what were some things you did in preparation for this season?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I actually didn't have the greatest prep for 2025, and it definitely
right.
didn't go how I wanted it to.
Hmm.
I was messing around with gear early season, switching to and from different boards. The
Yeah,
training kind of split up due to some sicknesses that I had, some injuries, and obviously it's like some other travel that I had to do.
yeah,
So I didn't really get the perfect off season, if you will. But I mean, you never will. You never really do. Like it, something always comes up. So, but yeah, this was just a bit of an unfortunate preseason for me.
yeah,
Um, I didn't go into the season feeling as good as I, wanted to be. But that's my fault. So yeah,
yeah.
no, I came in a little bit under 100%. So
And was
yeah, it was
that
it was a bit tough coming into those first three races back to back.
and was that just a feeling, or like how could you quantify that for yourself? Was it just like
Yeah, so I
mentally?
think, I
Yeah,
mean, a lot of the sport is mental.
yeah,
Um, but I think the real thing was my body wasn't right, and
right,
I knew that my body wasn't right. So not only was it a physical problem, it became a mental problem as well.
right.
You know what I mean? Because I hadn't been skating as much as I wanted. Um, so yeah, so I think it was just a combination of like the physical and the mental factors, like my physical not being up to where it was, and then me stressing about it mentally, making it worse than it actually should be.
Right. I understand.
But that's
Uh,
that's like super common. So.
so really, it's not. People think it's just racing. This sport is mostly physical, but like it's really interesting to hear how the mental side affects you.
I
It's
think
yeah,
the majority of racing
yeah,
is mental. Do
right,
you know what I mean? I think obviously there is a level of physicality that you have to
right,
be able to put down, a top three time in Turkey, for example.
hmm,
You need to be a caliber of athlete for that. But, you know, really the mental side to push when you feel like you should stop, to keep
hmm,
tugging. you feel like it's time to air brake,
Right.
to slide that extra meter less. Um,
Right.
that's a mental thing for sure, and that's really, really, really important.
So like just convincing yourself that you can do it, or having that belief in yourself, or having that,
Yeah,
yeah,
not even just the belief in yourself, but the belief to, feel like that you can push your limit on a
right.
closed road, you know, because even though the road's closed and there's hay, dude, the WDSC shut down the gnarliest roads,
Bro, they
man.
they 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 messed you guys up this season. I'm not gonna lie, bro. They took you guys some crazy places.
Oh, every single time,
Yeah,
like we're used to it now. Like this is what third, fourth season of a WDSC, and we just like every time we get a new track, we just already assume it's going to be batshit crazy, and it always
yeah,
is. It always is. Even the chillest track like Austria, the first race of the season, we see the track preview, and it's like, okay, like
pretty intense. Yeah.
the track previews like some guy doing stand-up slides and whatnot, and it looks chill, right?
Yeah.
And then we rock, and it's like 120 km/h straight into a combo breaker, and you're just like, what the
No, it
the
was
first
crazy.
even the first combo there, man,
Yeah,
like this one, I guess they're gonna show right here, this corner right there,
yeah.
that first combo, you're arriving at 90.
90K.
Yeah, it looks so chill because it's so wide, but that first combo is like
Yeah,
so fast, and on any other race hill, that would be such a gnarly turn. But because the bottom section of the track is way faster, that feels like the chill corner. Yeah, this
that's
corner
actually
right here.
crazy. That's actually pretty crazy. But
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
I was gonna say for the first race of the season, they really like woke you. That must have really woken you guys up. Like even watching at home, insane. Um,
yeah, no, I think it's one of those things that like on the
yeah,
first couple runs, it's like, whoa, this is really fast. But then once you get into
settle
the
in.
weekend, it's just a straight, bro. You know what I mean? Like it was a
Yeah.
great location, and we got to ride some smooth pavement, which was pretty rare this year. So that was super cool. But
Yeah,
aside from that, yeah, there wasn't really too much to the track, which is why it became a sandbag race. But okay, you can't have everything. But yeah, this was a good way to start the season, in my opinion. I
nice.
would much rather start here than at Turkey, for example.
Right. So it was challenging, but not too challenging. But could you like walk us through the specific challenges and like, you know, what you had to change, whether it's about your setup, whether it's about your riding
Yeah.
style? Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, first of all, the track has, I think, three major sections
Yeah.
because the way they pave the roads in this part of the world,
Right.
it's very steep in the straights, and then you arrive to the corners and they flatten out.
Hmm.
So it was all about carrying the speed out of the corners to get yourself down the straight faster than your competitors, right?
Right.
There's three turns. Um, the right left combo, the right hairpin, and then the big straight into the finish line combo, which is this one right here, as you can
Yeah.
see in the video. Um, so yeah, pretty much it was about maximizing exit speed and then also not being in the front.
Why?
So
Why?
that
Why not being in the front?
because the draft on the straight, because the straight's just under 120 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
So the faster you go, the more draft you have, the more draft
Right.
exists. So if you were in the front going into the straight, by the time you got to the corner, you're in fourth. If your
Wow.
competitors are within, a second to half a second of you,
Wow.
and
Yeah.
something more is like a draft train like you have going on right here in the picture. Yeah, you push into first here, and you'd be, second, third
Wow.
at the end of the straight.
I mean,
So for my riding style, as someone who likes to like get off the line and get out, in front and disappear, this was a bad track for me. As you
right.
can see, MIDI has the same strategy, and Adrian was just stoked. Because MIDI, Midi only knows go off the
Push.
line and
Yeah.
just push. You know what I mean? So Adrian's like, sweet, I've got 4 seconds on him in qualifying,
Yeah.
but he's gonna outpush me every single time. So I'm just gonna push into second,
Draft
and
him.
yeah, and he just hit copy paste on every single run, and just like
Amazing.
didn't have to stress about it. So that looked amazing. I, on the other hand, didn't want to do that with my competitors. Well, actually, no, I did it up until finals. Up until finals, I just pushed out in front because I knew
Yeah.
I could control the race from the front because that's what I do. That's my strategy. Um, but in finals, when I knew that everyone else was going to be pretty close, much closer, much faster than everyone that I'd raced previously,
Yeah.
I knew that we had to change up the strategy because I guess everyone's waiting for me to push out in front anyway. So I could just like not give them that little bit. Probably going to give me a bit of an advantage.
Yeah.
In the end,
Mess them
didn't.
up a little bit.
Yeah, in the end, didn't quite go to plan, but yeah,
So
that's what we
earlier,
tried
uh,
out.
earlier you were telling me that, this track is pretty fast. Like, is there anything that you did to change your setup? Like, did
Yeah,
you have like different helmets, different trucks, different wheels? Like, I know some people at home who want to have a setup exactly like yours. So,
yeah, right.
yeah, tell us a
So
little bit.
what I was doing was I think I
Yeah,
just knocked down the degrees in the back a little bit. So I
right.
went from 23 to 20, but that was about it.
23
I
to
didn't
20. Yeah.
really change too much because the top section was very technical
Hmm.
with all the hairpins and whatnot. Oh, got him. Yeah, I threw a little combo slide in that left before the right, and he crashed. Sorry, Alex. Um, but yeah, hang on. So what I was saying, yeah, for my setup, I think I
Yeah.
just took down the degrees a little bit in the back from 23 to 20, and that
Yeah.
just gave me a bit of stability in the straight. But aside from that,
Not
I
much
didn't really.
else.
The rogues are so stable, man.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really having too much of a problem there. There was some rough patches in the straight, and if
Right.
you'd hit going too fast,
Hmm.
they would send you off a little bit and wobble.
Right.
I didn't experience that right up until finals, but that's how. Yeah, I didn't really change too much.
Nice. For those of you at home watching, now you know what you need to do. Stay stable at 120 and run a heat of four people going that speed, which is actually insane. Like, is it crazy racing side by side at 120 kilometers an hour? Like,
I think the biggest thing for us was the difference when
yeah,
you're in a draft going 120,
yeah,
then you try and pass and you get hit by all that raw wind again.
yeah,
Bro, that sends you silly, bro. I think that was people's problem is that they were trying to draft and pass. They're
right,
in the draft and they pass and they pull out of the draft and all of a sudden have full resistance from the wind again, and
yeah,
it would just rock them and they would just wobble. And I
yeah,
think it's where the majority of the difficulties were coming for a lot of people. I didn't have too much of that because, like I
yeah.
said, up until finals, I was just first the entire time. So I didn't really experience what that was. So when it happened to me first time in finals, it rocked me, bro.
It rocked your world.
I was freaking out. I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. Cause like the other thing is there were actually a lot of crashes in the semifinals and finals. Like I don't know if there
Yeah.
was a crash in this heat, but there was all crashes specifically in one corner as well. Like how did that end up happening?
Well, look at it like this, right?
Yeah,
It's a pretty easy formula.
right,
If you take the 16 best riders in the world
right,
who've been riding the world tour for the last 4 years, everybody understands how to read the track. Everybody knows the strategy. I think you see it in this heat that we're watching right now. Is that nobody wants to be in front.
right,
So essentially, even though the start line is where it is, the race doesn't begin until the top of the straight. So
right. I see. So everyone's just staying in touch.
yeah, watch this now. I'm not, like in this clip right here.
Right.
You know, everyone's just about this. Actually they cut it.
Yeah,
They
they
cut
cut.
they cut it from this recap. But right before this corner, everybody just stands up and looks at each other.
Yeah, I'm not going first. I'm not going
Yeah,
first.
Owen's just like, oh, I guess I'll go, and then everybody
Tucks in.
passes.
Yeah.
Everybody passes him right here, and then look, and then everybody passes me because I've been in the straight. There you go. Owens was first, and now he's last. So
Exactly.
essentially, the
Yeah.
straight in the draft was just creating this this this
Tunnel.
vortex. Yeah,
Yeah.
this tunnel, and you're all going so fast, and you're all going faster than you would in a qualifying run because of all the draft.
Yeah.
So you're arriving to the corner faster than you'd ever been before, with three other guys around you, and the braking zone is like quite
Yeah.
big. You know, you can choose where you slide.
Right.
I was standing up a bit earlier compared to Andreas, and and then yeah, so pretty much it just funnels you all down into this one corner. You all have to try and slide your own unique way, and then you're just gonna crash. It's a recipe for disaster from the very beginning.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised how I was watching these clips back, and you had this crash, and then you also had another crash in the
Yeah, I
finals.
went back to back explosions in that corner.
I'm surprised like how you were able to like keep racing. Like what was it like coming off your board at those kinds of speeds?
It happens so fast that
Yeah.
you don't even realize. You don't realize it at all. Like I feel like I'm passing Frenchie for the lead here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Up until right
Yeah.
here. I'm like, dude, I got this. I'm exactly where I wanted to be. Pass up the inside in the very last corner. And then all of a sudden my board just
Who's
disappears.
out? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Honestly, I didn't get too hurt
Yeah.
at all, which is pretty sick.
Which
I
is
think the
good.
biggest thing, like the biggest injury I got was from riding up the ditch
Right.
on the inside there. It's like, yeah, you see it. There's like a little lip on it right here,
Yeah.
right
Body
there.
slide. Yeah.
Yeah. And I busted my suit in like one tiny bit and
Yeah.
got a bit of rash. I still had to go to hospital after that
Yeah.
to get checked up and do all my tests and whatnot because I
Wow.
did two back-to-back crashes at 100 in that.
Dude, your suit, you got your money's worth from your suit for sure, man.
100%, bro. 100%.
Who
That
made
suit, yeah, that's an Xavier point 7 race suit,
shout
and
out?
like shout out, bro. Shout out, Xavier. They nailed it.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to going back to this track this year? Is it
Um,
coming
I'm
back?
not sure we will be going back to this track, but if
Yeah.
if it if it does happen, look, man, it's a great part of the world.
Yeah.
I think it's great for the spectators, but yeah, I'm not sure what we have planned on for this coming season. Maybe you know, maybe you could tell me.
I wish I knew, man.
But as far as I'm aware, I think this might have been a one and done. But if they do bring it back,
Yeah.
hell yeah, let's go. Like I think everyone will be stoked to go back and go really, really fast and crash into each other in the last corner. Like,
It
yeah,
was an amazing circuit. Well, let's travel to Turkey, back to this classic track, and talk a little bit about it.
yep, do it.
It seems this year it was a little bit different. Like some
Mhm.
things changed from 2024 to 2025. Could you
Yeah.
walk us through it a bit?
So I wasn't actually there in 2024, but I know what
Right.
was going on. So in 2024, corner right here, corner 6,
Yeah.
was ice.
Pure
It had
ice.
pure ice, pure like dirt on the road or sand or some sort of top layer
Yeah.
or something was on the road. And yeah, people just couldn't stop into that corner. And this year was completely different.
Right.
This year we had problems with this. You see how it's all this like kind of white color? This is black top pavement. You know, it's
Right.
1 year old. But you see how it kind of looks white?
Yeah. Sandy-ish almost.
It's a dust or something that's going on.
Yeah.
And the very first run on Friday, we come through that very first lefty that we just saw,
Hmm.
and everybody was on the ground.
Everybody wiped out.
Yeah, everybody crashed. And so I come through and I just see the entire event standing in the first corner. And I'm like,
What's going
what's
on?
going on? What's going on? They'd come through the left, and
Yeah.
their boards just disappeared from underneath their feet
Wow. That's
because of the
scary.
dust.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, it was a. I'm trying to see if I could send you a video of it. I filmed some of it, but
Yeah, do it.
see if I can find it. Um, I can't find it. I'll send it to you later if I can. You
All
can check it
good.
in.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty crazy. So we had to spend the whole Friday cleaning the road. Got water trucks coming off the top, spraying the road with water,
Yeah.
then sweeping it down, and they had to do the whole road. It's like 2.8 kilometers.
Wow. That's
It's just,
crazy. Yeah.
it's crazy. Um, so yeah, that whole we didn't get much running on Friday,
Yeah.
but even though we cleaned it,
There was
the
still
the big lefty, I think it's corner 5, was just ice. And you see Andreas,
yeah.
who's like one of the best riders in the world, just crash gripping left in the finals.
Yeah.
He just falls off his board
That's
in
crazy.
this left corner that's coming up here. It was so slippy. So that was super different for this year. But
Mhm.
aside from that, corner 6 became grippy again.
Right.
So we were stoked for that. We were super happy because that's the biggest braking zone on the hill. It's about I think it's just under like a 60, 70 meter drift,
Wow.
which is
Yeah.
so
Nuts. Yeah.
it's so nuts. Um, so yeah, that was all grippy this year. So I was super stoked because I heard about the slidiness, and that was really scary. I didn't want to be doing that. But
Yeah.
so yeah, so that was the difference between 2024 and 2025. And honestly, up here in the start line, it was all
Mhm.
sandy as well. You couldn't get grip. Yeah,
Right.
like it was you could grip off the line.
Did that affect how you're pushing off the line?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So the left side of the road was super grippy compared to the right side. So if you were on the outside lanes, it was impossible to. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'll
All
turn
good.
this off. Um, yeah, if you were pushing from the end of the road, it was really hard to get grip off the line. And unfortunately, due to my crash in qualifying, that's where
Yeah.
I kicked off from in almost
Yeah.
every heat.
So was there like anyway, you can tell us a little bit about some of the specific challenges that you had there and
Yeah,
how you overcome them, or anything you feel you could do better.
yeah. So I think for me, it was mainly about
Yeah.
changing my right cornering style for this track.
Right.
All the braking zones are very straight.
Hmm.
So my style of grabbing the rail and turning and sliding like that
Yeah.
is not really that well made for those types of braking zones. So
Right.
I've been practicing sort of like the one-handed sort of airplane mode
So
toe
side.
side
Yeah.
because that works way better. Um, but it was the first race in my entire life where I was trying it. Dude, check
Yeah.
this out. I hit Frenchie in this corner.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Bro,
How'd you manage to stay on your board, man?
no idea. I have
Yeah.
no idea how that was possible. We fully lock wheels. I lock my front and his back,
Yeah.
and yeah, bro, yeah, fully just had like championship hopes flash before our eyes. I don't know what he was doing, bro. To be honest, I think he just screwed it up.
Right. You're
I'm not,
expecting one thing and another thing happened instead.
yeah, no, I just like I had so much speed on him.
Yeah.
Like it's the best I ever done that corner. And then I just see Frenchie coming towards me, and I was just like, "Oh my god, what is happening here?" Um,
Yeah.
but that's all right. That's how it goes, mate. We didn't crash. We're all good.
Yeah.
We just had to crash much later in the run here. I think me, Dexter, and Ste will crash in this next one.
Yeah.
Dex hits a bit of hay on the other on the exit of this one.
Yeah. You guys were
Just
pretty much on the limit, bro, like the whole time.
Yeah, he just goes down. Poor guy.
I remember, I remember watching this on the live stream, and we were all like, "Did you take Stefano down?"
Dude, he asked me about that. He's like, bro, it's like, what? Bro, no. That's crazy work. It's
So it was hilarious.
bro.
Yeah, obviously you wouldn't do that, but there's a
But
lot of like, you guys have a lot of bumps, a lot of scrapes, a lot of like really close racing. Just not even this race, but this entire season. And how do you guys deal with that on track? Like,
yeah, I think man, like when
yeah,
you travel this circuit
yeah,
for a couple of years, I mean, me and Stair have been, especially me and Stair have been racing together for
yeah,
11 years now. You know,
a long time. Yeah,
we're like, you're gonna race a couple times in your career.
yeah,
And if you're good, like me and Stair are, we when the race comes to the pointy end, you're always
yeah,
going to be racing each other in finals, semi-finals, like when it
yeah,
really matters. So obviously you're going to get into some like hot situations,
yeah.
um, but it is just racing.
Right.
You know what I mean? In both senses of the word, it's racing. Shit happens, but it is just only racing.
Yeah,
And when you get to the finish line, the helmet comes off. It's still all love. Like,
yeah,
Steph's one of my favorite people to race, and like you hear in this interview, like
yeah,
we let it go down to the judges here, and like there's no love lost between me and Stay here, and
yeah,
the same goes for most of the people in the
yeah,
in the NCT right now. Like I've been racing them, we've been racing together for like 10 years. Like
yeah.
we're friends first and competitors after that. So I think that's really important, and that's a really cool thing about our sport as well. Like
We're
there's
all
there's
homies.
there's not enough in it to really divide us over over anything. Like we're still just homies, just doing what we love, and this is our way to race and test ourselves and get out there and do our thing.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, it's not like a full time job where the wife and the kids are depending on my race result type of
right.
thing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's not that serious, even though we take it like it is
seriously. Yeah,
seriously. But we know it's not. And like being safe and having fun are still like right up there with winning races.
but what's that like mentally? Like, you imagine you're coming through this hairpin and you get bumped and it messes up your line. Like, how do
Yeah.
you walk us through? Like, what do you think in that moment?
Well, I'm pissed, bro. Obviously, you know,
Yeah,
because I'm in the lead, and
yeah,
I've been taken out by Dex, or
yeah,
not taken out directly, but I've crashed because Dex is just sprawled out on the road.
yeah,
And now I've been fighting for my life, and I pass him around the outside
yeah,
of turn 9, going like, "Mark of Jesus." You know what I mean? Like this
yeah.
is such a scary place to pass.
Insane. Yeah,
Um, and so I've just put it on there as much as I can, and I don't really get quite the line that I wanted to out of this. And he's got a bit of a goofy thing going on where he's toe side and he can take speed over the flat. So he's coming to me, and then he's hit me in this corner, and I lose all my speed, and I'm like, bro, come on, like. And
yeah,
honestly, I think if he sets it up well and
yeah,
doesn't hit me, he could draft and pass me before the finish line here.
yeah.
Um, so I think he was just a bit eager. But man, this happens. Like you've been racing, you've done 3 days of Turkey. It's the longest, most challenging track of the
Fucking
circuit.
yeah.
Your legs are probably smoked by the time you get to the bottom. It's I don't hold it against them at all. Like it's fine.
So
It
like,
happens.
so beyond just like riding, it's also physically challenging. Like what?
This one
Yeah.
especially.
Like what part of your body is like burning up the most? Like where do you feel like the lactic building up?
Oh, in your legs,
Yeah.
for me in my neck, I
Yeah.
feel it real hard. I feel it real hard in my neck. But yeah, mainly just the legs, and it's not just an in the moment thing.
Yeah.
It's more of a I've been doing it for 3 days,
Yeah. Also. Yeah.
and this is like my 30th run of the weekend,
Right.
and now I'm smoked. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's pretty harsh conditions out there. in
Yeah.
the desert in Turkey. It's dry, it's hot.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of, I mean, I won't say there's not a lot of vegetables. It's the way that I feel, you know.
You're like Popeye, you need your spinach to stay
Yeah,
strong, eh?
I mean, I would like something else than meat and bread sometimes, but
Yeah.
I think it's more on me rather than a knock on Turkish cuisine.
Yeah.
But you know, man, like it's tough. Like you wake up every morning at this race and you're like, we got to
Another
go to.
day. Another day. And every day you're taking that psychic mental damage of going as fast as possible. And yeah, it must be pretty exhausting.
This road it is truly something else. It is so terrifying.
Yeah.
Even just as a visual thing, when you come out of corner 6 through 7,
Yeah.
and all you can see is the valley across, and you feel like you're just falling down this mountain.
Wow.
Yeah, it's nuts, bro. It's nuts. A really, really unique place to race your skateboard.
That's amazing. Now let's move on to something that's probably a little bit nicer. Maybe not. A little bit less. I feel like all the circuits this year were pretty challenging. Like Isle of Man, also just from a perspectives spectators spectators point of view, also did seem challenging. Could you tell us a little bit like what it was like to race here, and like what was some challenging things and something memorable as well?
Yeah, 100%. So I think the biggest one that I can tell you about this event is that this is actually a very good road.
Right.
I think a lot of people will knock this road
Mm-hmm.
because of what it looks like on the TV. But
Right.
this is a really, really good road actually. When we first arrived, we're like, oh no, bro, this is cooked.
Yeah.
This corner is so disgustingly rough, actually. It's just that section.
Yeah.
That section is quite bad, I must admit. But the rest
Hmm.
of it,
Pretty
pretty
nice.
tight. It's
Yeah.
it's pretty good. It's very, very fast.
Hmm.
You're coming into the bottom at like 60 miles an hour, 100 kilometers an hour.
Wow.
This tackling, one of the best of the year. This little double apex right, and it's kind of similar to Turkey it's similar to Austria in the way that this is just straight into a massive combo breaker.
And bunches everybody together.
Everybody up, and obviously like you see just a just big crash. Um, so yeah, it was a similar recipe for Turkey, but there wasn't so much passing. It
Right.
wasn't so much of a sandbag track in
Right.
comparison, but it
Uh,
was still like pretty thick. This corner was super dope. It was really steep on the inside. You could take a really nice like waterfall apex
yeah.
through the scariest bit of the road is the shutdown, like right here where Frenchie was
Right.
foot braking,
Let me get.
because you come through the line and you have to like tuck to the line, right?
Yeah.
And then this lefty afterwards, it's a bridge and it's all wet. It was
Yeah.
a bridge. It was chip seal and it was underneath the trees all weekend, so it was all wet.
Wet
Like, see,
always.
they're
Yeah.
walking, they're walking right after the finish line. This is all wet through here, all weekend.
Brutal.
It
Yeah.
was it was so bad. It was so bad. So in your qualifying run, you'd have to talk all the way through the line and
Yeah.
then just, you know what I
As
mean?
fast as you could.
It was pretty bad.
Uh,
Um,
but what were some challenges that you had specifically? Like, what did you find difficult about the track, or like how did you adapt to it?
I had a pretty hard time in the first corner
Yeah.
in qualifying. I didn't qualify too well. I normally qualify either like second. This year has been my average qualifying position. I think that's where I should be most of the time.
Yeah.
But I ended up qualifying pretty far down the order. I think it was like fourth or fifth, um, because I just couldn't really work out
Yeah.
the first righty. I just didn't give enough time to really work it out, and
Right.
I had a really bad crash on day one where I
Hmm.
smoked my air lid, which is why you see me in the TSG.
Ah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I destroyed my helmet on the very first run. So luckily, I had Adam Westfall had a helmet because he wasn't riding that weekend. He got injured,
Right.
so he loaned me his helmet. But yeah, bro, it was a tough weekend. We didn't get a lot of riding time,
Hmm.
uh, so it was really the game was just adapting on the fly because we didn't get any practice
Right.
because you know what I mean. So it rained most of Friday. It rained most of Saturday. We pretty much just like got 4 runs qualified and
Yeah.
then did 2 runs of racing and then went home. Um, all that being said, I
Hmm.
think it was my favorite place I raced this year.
Wow.
Bro, this island, man,
Hmm.
the people get it.
Right.
The people understand. We had like 500 people on the side of the road watching.
500.
Yeah, bro. And they just like right behind this ambulance
Yeah.
is cars all the way to the main road.
Wow.
We had to we had to stop riding at one point. We had to close the road because there was too many people on the side,
Right.
like falling onto the track.
Right. So it was unsafe.
No, no, it's just they were just too stoked.
Yeah.
They were just they couldn't get in position enough to. Yeah, it was nuts, bro. They had
Yeah.
flares going of like the rally guys as we're going by, so you're tucking through smoke,
Yeah.
and everyone's just like, "Oh, you guys are the best." Like, you don't have brakes, like it's a form of racing that we've never seen before. Like,
Yeah.
it's awesome. Like, we hope you guys come back next year. Like, we've never been anywhere where I think the people have been so excited to
Yeah.
see us. Um, and so that really creates like a lot of excitement and a lot of emotion around the event. And yeah, it
Yeah.
was just amazing to be there, man. And I can't wait to go back. And I know we're going back there for sure.
Amazing. Yeah. It
And
does seem like it does seem like everything did line up, and it was in the perfect place to get like those kinds of spectators as well with
yeah, man. The people, the Manx people, the people of
yeah.
the island, some of the best people we've ever met on the circuit in terms of locals.
Yeah.
They were the most hospitable from the Airbnb hosts, the people running the restaurants and the pubs. Like
Yeah.
everyone was just super stoked. Like we met a bunch of people through our Airbnb host Simon.
Yeah.
He
Hmm.
was kind of like a big dog in the town, and he took us around. He introduced us to everybody. We met like one of the local engineer guys who makes parts for the TT races. He made all our rain wheels for us, and like
Amazing. Yeah.
it was so cool, bro. Yeah, it was awesome. We had a great time.
Man, sounds like you guys, whoever is on the is joining the circuit this year, Isle of Man has to be.
Has to be because
Yeah.
this year we're racing the TT track as well.
Wow. That sounds pretty sick.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Well, yeah, man. Isle of Man. Shout out. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about like your racing experience and how you made your way through the heats and what happened.
Yeah, I think we only ran. There's just 2 heats, so
Yeah.
there's semifinals, and finals. Fine,
Hmm.
semifinals is this one.
Yeah.
I push out in front, get passed by Antonio coming out of the first corner because,
Yeah.
like I said, I was really struggling with that first righty.
Yeah.
And Tony just turned his brain off and just like punched it and had a little bit of better exit speed through there.
Yeah.
Um, and then I was drafting him, and then Owen and I have a bit of a collision coming into the left here, where I'm sliding left, and out of the corner of my eye, I can see Owen coming up on my inside, but Owen's sliding right.
Yeah.
And as soon as I see him come up on my inside, I just start laughing, bro. And I was just like, no way, bro. If you listen to the raw audio
Yeah.
of that situation, we're both just giggling, bro. It's so funny. Like he hits me and I'm just like, and he's like, and we're both just laughing at each other for being such idiots, bro, and oversliding this corner every single time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yep, my boy, and yeah, he just runs me into the hay.
It was such a funny fall, man.
Yeah, no, it's a full like brother bear crash right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was all right. That run was pretty funny, but I was just happy to get through to the finals. And then
Yeah.
for the finals, I wanted to be in front again, just so I could get like a ahead and not get caught up in all the mess because the course was so narrow and fast that
Yeah.
you couldn't really do much passing. So I really wanted to get in front, and it was super windy in that top straight, as you can see from the flags there.
Yeah.
The the air, yeah, it was a full headwind, and I get out just in front of Frenchie, and he just immediately passes me, and I'm like thinking, what the hell was going on here? Um, but I think he overcooks it a little bit. He scrubs here.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, he's actually slides. He slides and then he scrubs on the exit, and then we all just immediately pass him. We're like, "Thank you very much, mate. See you later." It's by everybody. So that was a pretty big mistake from
Yeah.
Frenchie that you don't normally see, especially this year. This is one of his biggest ones. But
Yeah.
as you see later, he makes up for it in full because we all go super deep into this. Um, just pushing it as much as we can, and he has all the vision. He sees everyone's late and
Yeah.
just chucks the perfect qualifying line. I think I slide all the way to hay bales here,
Yeah.
and then have to push. Tony pulls up, and then we're like banging shoulders all the way into this. I don't get to use the whole row boxed inside, and it just hit this little water patch and cook
Pushes you
myself
up,
into the bales, which is like super sick. And Frenchie goes from fourth to first,
which
and
was
just
insane.
yeah, which is insane, bro. Yeah, so that was a pretty title defining moment right there, and I think that's what set him up for the win
Yeah.
in the series. Nick nearly cleans me up. Super happy to not get killed by him.
But
Um,
how do you guys race so hard without injury? Because there's been a lot of crashes
mate,
this year. Yeah.
there's still people getting injured. Like
Yeah.
there's still people getting injured. I just think that where people are crashing,
Yeah.
it really depends where you crash.
Right.
And if you've been to any of the WDSC events, you know how much of a stickler I am for
Safety.
safety and hay bales, and that's why, because we're crashing, man. And like
Yeah.
when you're pushing it to the absolute limit, you still crash. Like I'm a two-time world champion, and I
Yeah.
crashed at 3 out of the 5 races this year.
Right. Yeah.
So it happens to everybody. Um, So yeah, I think that's why you have to be so strict with the safety, so strict with everything like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's just a testament to how well we're doing with the WDSC. Like
Shout out.
you you can crash and get up and do another heat. Like I crashed twice in Austria, hit those bales, bounced right back up, did
Yeah.
another run. If those bales weren't there and I went straight into the woods, maybe I wouldn't have been able to ride for the
Yeah.
finals.
God forbid.
It's not to say that everyone's as lucky as I am,
Hmm.
but but yeah, it's definitely something that we work on, and I take very, very, very seriously at the WDSC.
Yeah, man. Shout out WDSC. You guys really do take the safety quite seriously, and it has been impressive. Like for example, with Utah as well, and El Salvador later on, seeing all the hay bales and striving to
Hey,
make it very safe.
that's the
So
way it should always be.
yeah,
Like if you don't have enough budget to
yeah,
protect the track, I don't really think you should be putting on World Cup races.
right.
Do you know
That's
what I mean?
fair.
Like
Yeah,
outlaws and regional and national, it's another story. But if you're going to take the best guys in the world and try and put on a
yeah.
world level event, I really do think that safety should be the number one priority.
Yeah, and as a spectator, it's great for me too because it seems you guys also are happy to race hard
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
push the limits, and it really rewards us watching at home. Yeah,
When you're comfortable, man, like
yeah,
you can go for it.
yeah, man. And now let's talk a little bit about what seemed to be the most chill event. At least I'm sure it had its own
Chill track,
chill
chill event,
track,
chill track. This was a chill track
chill
compared. Yeah,
track.
it was not on the caliber of
Yeah,
Turkey or the El Salvador in terms of track,
right.
but I think we needed that as well. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's super important because this was like, forgive me, but this is like our modern day Maryhill.
right.
You know what I mean? Where
Yeah,
where it's like a knife fight the whole way down. Like
yeah,
the defining factor isn't who can get down the road; it's who races the best.
right.
It was
Yeah,
definitely more about technique and racecraft than it was about raw pace.
Yeah.
Where Turkey, if you're faster, you're going to be at the bottom first.
Right.
This wasn't necessarily like that. This was way more technical. Um, and there was a lot of different ways to approach the track, as you can see with that
Yeah.
sick pendy you just rode.
Yeah, I think you're the only one doing the pendy line, or one of two.
It was me, Owen, and Zach made him,
Yeah,
obviously. Yeah.
pendy boys.
Yeah, it was so sick actually. The pendy line was super fast.
Yeah, what was up with this black patch? Like, why were people scared of riding over it?
No, I mean it
Yeah,
just wasn't really on the line that much.
right.
It was a freshly paved patch
Mm,
for the event, so maybe people got spooked,
yeah,
but you didn't really have to hit it as much as you think. It kind of grabbed a little bit more on your wheels, which honestly was kind of nice because it was pretty slidey.
yeah.
Um, but the yeah, it just really wasn't so much in the line. I don't think. I don't know. I wasn't doing the combo. I was just ripping the pendy, so
Right,
I was kind of like my grip up point marker.
right. I see.
Yeah.
But what was the truck like otherwise? You said it was the Racer's Hill. But what are some challenges you experienced yourself? What are some things you had to change, adapt to, and
Just-
yeah,
yeah. So I actually bumped my back. You know, you'll love this. I was riding
yeah,
28 degrees in the back.
you're cooked.
Well, I'm
You're
telling you,
fried. Yeah.
it's fine.
Okay, I'll take your word for it, man.
It's fine. I was riding
Yeah,
55-28
yeah,
to capitalize on these first hairpins, and
right.
then this corner right here, the bridge right,
Hmm.
hits you into the straight,
Yeah,
and the straight is flat.
right.
So all the speed that you had through the straight comes from the bridge right corner.
Hmm.
So you really had to maximize everything because if you came out with a half a kilometer more from the bridge right,
Yeah.
you're gone. You know what I mean? Compared to someone
So it's
behind you.
about staying as aerodynamic as possible and maximizing every little bit.
Yeah, not moving through the bridge right, doing
Yeah.
it completely in tuck, no
Hmm.
wheel scrub, just perfect line, just float through it.
Yeah.
That was the name of the game because passing again, because it wasn't so steep, it was really hard to gain an advantage. You could really maybe make one pass in straight,
Yeah.
but aside from that, passing was quite difficult. You really needed a big advantage on straight line speed or draft or exit speed to really get past someone. So it
Right.
was, it was a tough place to race. Which is why I refer to Maryhill, like the Maryhill reference there. Like you really had to get up under somebody if you wanted to give
Make a
and
difference.
pass.
Yeah.
This was a good corner to pass for last race. I think Nick put it down the inside of me there
Yeah.
in the semifinals. Um, but yeah, it was pretty. You had to be really really calculated with your passing, and I don't. I think it was a fun race. It was a good hill.
Yeah.
The facility that we had with the chairlift, man, unbelievable. You can't. You couldn't have been better.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Rolo, like the best running events. He's the best event organizer in the game right now. So I
yeah.
think yeah, everyone had a great time at this event. This was definitely my favorite event as a whole this year.
Right. But I think were there more attendees than other races? Yeah.
Also, way bigger. Yeah, way bigger.
What was that like? Like, was it any scarier, any whatever, or were you only looking out for the people you've been on the tour with so far?
Yeah, it felt like 2014 again. It was
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah, it was amazing. No, it was great to see a lot of faces. Obviously, when you
Hmm.
race in the States, the scene is so big there. So
Yeah.
you get to see a lot of familiar faces, a lot of people who only race domestically in the United States. So
Right.
that was super cool. A lot of big names, obviously, Chase's, Andy's.
Yeah.
Um, Brahms wasn't, so much on the tour this year, but he was out there in Utah this year. And yeah, it was just great to see all our old friends
Yeah.
and people who are not like following the circuit but do live in the States and came out and raced this year. It was awesome. So it was really, really good.
Yeah.
A lot of free riders, so it was a lot of mixing in energy from like, harder racer guys to just people doing like stand up slides and
Chilling
everyone
out.
was there, had a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really, really good event.
So I have a maybe controversial question. Like, how do you keep consistently making finals? Because I think you've been pretty much every finals heat. Like, what
Yeah.
differentiates you from other racers? Like,
Uh,
especially this season.
I think yeah. There's the only person to make every finals this year is Frenchie,
Yeah,
and I think it's also just a mindset thing as well.
yeah,
Is that if I don't make it into the finals at the race, then it's a failure for me.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? I mean, as much as it's not winning the race is a failure for me as well, but like, man, not making finals is a very bad result in my brain.
yeah.
Like because I have tasted,
The
that
highs.
top, yeah, the highest high.
Yeah.
Um, that's the only really place that's acceptable.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I just know I'm gonna get there anyway. Like I have like a really strong self belief that I'm gonna make finals. I know how to. I still like do think that I know how to race better than almost anyone
Yeah.
on the circuit. I have more racing experience by far.
Hmm.
Like I think that's non-negotiable. Like I have more race podiums than a lot of these guys have races. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
but that's just because I've been racing longer, and there used to be more races,
Yeah.
you know. In 2018, 2019, there was 15 races a year.
I love. Yeah.
Now five.
Yeah.
So I definitely have an advantage in that sense. Yeah, I think it's just mainly a thing that I have a lot of experience and I feel like I really belong in the finals and I know how to race. So I find myself there quite prominently. Even if I
Yeah.
don't have the raw pace
Yeah.
that maybe I want to on Sunday, I can always find my way there.
Attempt to make it work.
Yeah.
And let's touch on some rain racing. Yeah.
This is
Tell
the
us.
perfect example.
Say again.
This is the perfect example of
Yeah.
experience. I think.
Walk us
Um,
through it, man.
yeah, so I think we saw how difficult passing was
Yeah.
in the dry, in the wet, going slower. I knew it was going to be even more difficult. So I knew how important it was to get out there first. Frenchie doesn't get into tuck quick enough.
Yep.
Sure, what he was doing. He kind of got me on the push a little bit, starting from that right hand side lane. But then, Pendy Gang strikes and it's all over pretty much.
Yeah.
That's the race right there. Because passing through this corner is trying to find an edge through the hairpins in the wet is
Very
so
true.
difficult and so
Yeah.
risky. You see, Frenchie throws the combo there, gets caught up by Nick, loses
Hmm.
a bunch of speed, and I knew that I had to keep a bunch of speed going into the straight. So in the practice runs, I'd never gripped the bridge. I was sliding in this right. So the
Yeah.
first time I ever gripped this corner is right now, right in the finals. I knew
Full
I had to
send.
do it. I
Yeah.
knew I'd have an advantage in the right because I was regular, and then I just squeezed like hell. You know what I mean? Through the straight here. I saw Tony wobble out on touching the white lines
Yeah.
in the semifinals or in the conti finals, and so I tried not to touch the white line. I do almost just wobble out right before, and then here I just hit the slide as early as possible and
Yeah.
just take up the middle line of the road to make Frenchie pick go left or go right.
Yeah.
Um, I knew going right would be a really bad option, so I just positioned myself where I
In the
thought
middle. Parked
good,
it.
just parked it where I mean that's my road, bro. I'm
Yeah.
taking it. You know what I mean? Like go around if you want to get past, and yeah, he just couldn't do it, and that's it, mate. Yeah,
Good night, Irene. Yeah, that's
exactly.
was there anything different you did with your setup? Your rain wheels, tweaking, anything? Did you tell us?
Yeah, I mean, obviously chuck the rain wheels on.
Yeah.
I had a practice set, and then I
Hmm.
had a fresh set
Right.
before the race.
Right.
So I was practicing on like a pretty used set of rain wheels,
Right.
and I'm just pushing as hard as I could. And then once the race came around, I knew I was going to have way more grip, which is why I was a bit more
Confident.
ballsy with my decisions.
Yeah.
So when I chucked the fresh set on, I was like gassing,
already.
bro. I was flying. I was
You,
flying. So yeah, I think that was definitely a bit of an advantage that I had. I don't think anyone else had a fresh set of rainbows. They should have, but yeah, that's that.
that's where that experience comes in, buddy.
Yeah, that's the guy that gave me his helmet
Yeah,
for the race. Shout out Joaquin. Get
shout
that
out.
steak. Yeah, baby.
Is
Um,
it? Yeah. And now
yeah,
let's talk about another controversial place where there should have been some rain riding, but uh,
yeah, El Salvador, baby.
El Salvador.
Wow.
Yeah, can tell us a little bit about this. This was probably the most unique event of the year. Like I think things were done differently, at least from the things I heard. Could you tell us a little bit about the event experience, the track? What was tricky about it?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was. This is what we should be doing every time we go racing.
yeah,
You know, like I rocked up, I landed at the airport at 6 a.m. and there's a dude there with my name on a sign. I'm like,
yeah.
what? And he's like, yeah, I take you to your hotel now. I'm like,
That's
sick.
crazy. Yeah,
Let's go, bro. Get dropped off and then get picked up for the riders meeting, get picked up, driven around, chauffeured. I got
yeah,
taken to speak at with the minister of sport and all the people that were sponsoring at the event, gave a little talk for them,
yeah.
and they were like stoked on the event. The government and the MOPT put in so much effort, so much support for this event, and
Yeah.
it really showed. Like, look how many hay bales there are, bro.
Dude, so many, bro.
It's at 20,000.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's like unheard of. Honestly, so necessary because this road was so scary,
Yeah.
so dangerous. But they did a really good job protecting it. Um, they did make a pretty interesting pavement decision right before the event.
Yeah.
I think what I heard was that they were asked to pave like some patches,
And they were like, why not the
and they're
whole
like,
road?
"No worries, guys. Like we'll just pave the whole road for you. Like don't even worry about the patches. We'll just do the whole thing."
Yeah.
Which is like great, and normally
Nice.
exactly what we want. But
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they just didn't finish it on time
Yeah.
or that was just the surface that they chose to run with. But it was a bit different to what we usually run on.
Yeah.
It was kind of like the road before they seal it with tar.
Right.
So it just has all the little rocks. Um, we call it chip seal.
Hmm.
Where I come from, I'm not sure if you got that over in Kenya, but it's pretty difficult to ride on.
Yeah.
I had a lot of experience racing that in Australia, so I wasn't too bummed,
Hmm.
but it was definitely challenging, especially our brothers and sisters coming from the European continent. They were having a tough time. They were down bad.
Yeah. That's interesting though. Is there anything else that like any unique challenges apart from that? Like I know the track had a lot of very strange drifts. Like I'll left slide into a right grip.
Yeah, some weird sort of like corkscrew turns,
Yeah.
combos, flat corners that would then get steep. It was very strange, very unique corner sets, and
Yeah.
honestly very refreshing to skate something different than like your usual corner shapes. They definitely do it differently in El Salvador, and
Yeah.
I'm very excited to go back next year. I think one of the weird things was like the road looked wet the entire time,
Right.
like just of like the pavement colors.
Hmm.
So when it rained, you couldn't tell.
Right. Because you
And
couldn't
then
see. Yeah.
when it rained on day one, no day two, no day so the first run of day three, I was tucking on the very first run of the day, and just like Turkey, bro, I come around the first corner, all the boys just in the hay in the first corner,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what the hell? That's crazy. I ride by them, and I get into the double right, and then I'm just tucking along the straight, and suddenly my board disappears from underneath me,
Yeah. Yeah.
like. I'm fully locked in tuck, and then I'm just standing in midair, and then I'm just on my. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just completely out of nowhere. Like those are the worst ones when you don't expect it. You know what I mean?
Bro.
Just
especially on Magnums.
yeah, and especially on chip seal,
Yeah,
you know, and it
yeah,
just exploded my suit. I
yeah.
had to go and duct tape the whole thing before racing. Um, but yeah, the actual racing was very different compared to Utah,
Right.
where it would be completely on the opposite side of the spectrum.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Um, where Utah was all about what you did and how you played your strategy. This was a big bit of it was just not crashing, making it down.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? There was a couple passing opportunities, but you were really scared to do them. You know what I mean? Like it was a gnarly place to skate. Mainly after the left where it went uphill was the best passing place. I think it's where you saw the majority of the passes go down. Other
Yeah,
than that, it was pretty just like shut the door
as much as
of
possible.
the guy
Yeah.
behind you and just trying not to hit the bales. This corner, unbelievable. The corkscrew in the forest. If it was smooth paved, bro, it would have been
All time.
even crazier, I reckon,
Yeah.
because we would be going so fast.
It's scary, bro. I was
Yeah.
scared for you guys, man.
But don't worry, we were all scared for us too.
Yeah, man. But we're happy all you guys made it through in one piece. But truthfully, us watching at home, we were a bit disappointed that the finals didn't run. We know that inline did. I think luge did. There were a lot of crashes. I think.
Bro,
Um,
you see the fishtailing?
yeah,
Yeah, that was a crazy decision by those guys.
yeah,
But it was every discipline's decision.
yeah.
We all had to make a decision,
So
and they
how do you
they chose to run.
how do you go about deciding that? Like, is it
And
like, yeah,
it sucks
yeah,
because like there's no there's no rules.
right.
There's nothing we have to go off.
Mm-hmm,
We had very little communication between the local organization, the WDSC, and the riders
mm-hmm,
because we were all separated. Like they're at the bottom of the hill, we're at the top of the hill. We don't have radios. We're only speaking to the guy on the start line
yeah.
who's communicating through text message to the WDSC.
Yeah.
And there's no rules about what to do in this situation. There's no weather hold rule. There's no whatever it is or what happens when the track becomes unsafe to ride. Like there wasn't really enough time because it was very late in the day.
Mm-hmm,
And they're like, oh, maybe it's going to dry, and then it would start raining again. We didn't have time to do a practice run. We didn't have time to move the start line down. So we were all under the assumption like, let's wait, send the other classes first, see if it dries up, and then we drop. Because the other classes were like, yeah, we'll go, bro. Like, pretty sick. Um, so we were kind of up there trying to like discuss within ourselves to try and find the best thing to do, but like there really isn't
right. Yeah.
a best thing to do. And I think what we decided to do was the best thing. And I stand by that, and I stand by the decision that we all made as a group.
Mm-hmm,
Um, but yeah, definitely not an easy decision to make, man. But I think going forward, there's gonna be rules
mm-hmm,
about what to do, because also like you guys at home, at stupid o'clock in the morning,
yeah.
just waiting in front of your screens for us to drop, and it'd been like 2 hours,
Mm-hmm,
and like that's terrible as well. You spend so much time being a fan of the sport, watching replays of other events.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and all you want to do is see the live action, and then you don't get to see it. Like, yeah, that sucks, and
Yeah.
we
It
feel
is.
terrible about it as well.
Yeah.
I mean, but there really wasn't like the way that it happened. They just kind of were like, all right, let us know what you guys do,
Mm-hmm.
and we're like,
What do you mean?
uh, so yeah, I think we spoke with the WDSC after the event, and going forward, there's going to be rules on
Right.
how we approach this, just so it doesn't have to be like a rider's decision,
Right. Yeah.
because there's a little bit where it's like a conflict of interest as well, where
Mm-hmm,
if you don't race, it will go off qualifying, and
yeah.
so the guy who qualified first or the girl who qualified first can be like, "Sweet, bro, let's cancel it. I
Yeah.
win anyway." Do you know what I mean? And
Hmm.
like, especially if this was like a title deciding race, which it could have been,
Hmm.
you know, like that's not how you want a title to be decided just by like canceling a race and going with qualifying.
Yeah.
Obviously, if that's how it has to be, that's how it has to be, and like it's happened before. And I'm not saying it's not going to happen again, but there definitely needs to be a way that
Don't
we
walk
can find
around
a
it.
better solution for the riders and for the spectators as well.
Yeah. I think that was the best decision for you guys as well. And also, you guys aren't like driving a car where you're protected, it's your body, you know.
Yeah.
So I completely understand, even though it was disappointing. And I do know that other people understand. So to sort of round off our interview, could you tell me, outside from racing, what are some outside challenges you've had to personally overcome to compete this year?
I
Speak.
think there's
Yeah.
the main one would be just I mean, traveling all the time. As it's sick,
Yeah.
it's a dream. It does wear you down a lot.
Right.
It is super expensive, and it's just like there's a never ending sort of like cycle of like, got to make it to the next race, got to go home, got to make it to the next race. Da, 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 da. You traveling around the world gets a bit tiring. I don't mind it too much, but I know a lot of the other guys, it takes it out of them. I lost my sponsor on the first, before the first race of the year,
Yeah.
so I was jumping around, being like, what board am I going to ride
Right.
for the rest of the season? Jumping around between decks, and I think we mentioned that at the top of the interview, just like in the
Yeah.
preseason. The preseason probably the most difficult bit for me. Once we got into the actual season, I was
Yeah.
doing okay. The first three races were definitely tough for me.
Hmm.
Um, but really, man, I've had a great year. I mean, I had a great year.
Yeah.
Last year was great. I had a sick time. I went to a lot of races. I traveled a lot. I didn't really have much to complain on, really. Like, I didn't really have that many struggles. Yeah, my racing didn't go the way I wanted it to, but like, there's
Yeah.
always next. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how it goes.
How it goes.
I
And
got, I made every single final.
which
Um,
is amazing in itself. Yeah.
yeah, and I crashed. I crashed in three finals and still came second in the world.
Yeah.
Come on, dude, let's go.
There's some good results, man. Some good outcomes.
Yeah, like to crash three times at a race and still make it to second in the world. Like,
Yeah.
I think I'm
Yeah.
doing okay. I'm doing all right.
Doing very well, man.
Thank you.
And what is something you managed to improve on significantly this year, do you feel?
I think my mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not negative about it anymore. I
Hmm.
know that like this is like the best ever. I'm doing what I'm able to do, travel and skate and
Yeah.
and race as much as I can, and I'm really enjoying it like in the moment rather than looking back on it and being like, oh, that was rad, but like stressing super hard in the moment and like worrying about results. And like
Yeah.
this year I've been super positive and super like enjoying it right now, where in
Yeah.
the previous years, like even in 2024, like, which on paper my best year ever,
Hmm.
um, race results wise, during the events and during the races I was like so stressed,
Yeah.
not being able to like really like look around and appreciate the moments that I had. And I look back on it now and it's all rosy and beautiful, but I remember in times like
Yeah.
tough, like I was really hard on myself and
Yeah.
not really enjoying it when I should have been. And this year I've really switched that, and I think it's been super helpful because if I'd had the results that I'd had this year, last year, I would have not been
Would have been
in
bad. Yeah.
it. Yeah.
All right. And how are you preparing for this race season? You got a couple months.
Yeah.
Uh, s- Same old formula, or are you throwing in something new?
Mm, I haven't got it all completely mapped out, but I
Yeah.
think there's going to be a lot of the similar factors from some of my other preseasons. Um, Obviously, in the preseason of 2024, I went and broke my leg and
Yeah.
destroyed my knee, so I won't be doing that. Um,
Touch
so
wood.
that's going to be
Yeah.
all new.
Yeah.
I think the rest of it, yeah, I've got some ideas. Probably won't go into too much detail of it right now, but I think a lot of
Ah.
it. I think I'll try and not do what I did last year and really try and be a bit more consistent, try and stay healthy, keep the
Mhm.
body in a good place, so that when I rock up to race one, I'm not worrying about am I ready or not. Do you know what I mean? I don't
Yeah,
want to leave any doubt when I get to the first race. I want to be very ready, very prepared, over prepared. That's what I want to be.
right.
Yeah.
So for everyone else who's looking for that 2026 championship position, you heard it here first, man. Harry Clark's going to be ready. I hope you guys are going to be ready too.
I hope
Um,
so.
and yeah, that's all, man. Thank you so much for uh, taking the time to do this interview. Is there anyone you want to say thank you for your 2025 season?
Bro, yeah, heaps
Yeah,
of people. All the people back in Australia,
yeah,
all the people here in Spain, all the people in Argentina.
yeah,
Get that skate. All my sponsors on site. Now you know. Yeah, everyone who supports me, everyone who cheers me on, everyone who sends me Instagram messages
yeah.
before, after all the race. I do see them. I support. Like I feel the love. I feel the support. Everyone who's put me up on their couch and driven me around this year. Big love. Thank you so much. It's been amazing. See you next year. This year,
Beauty.
fuck. This year, we're already here.
We're already here, buddy. Let's get
Yes.
it.
Oh wow, awesome. Yes, sick.
All right. Thank you, Harry. Okay.